Hi, John. First off, thrilled to be on your show. Thanks so much. It's an exciting moment today for Varo and for our investors, but I think more importantly for the industry at large. And we can talk more about that. As in terms of your question on Coinbase, I do feel that a number of fintechs are bringing new innovation to financial services. It's not my role to necessarily opine on the position of some of the other players in the space, but I do think that many players are working very hard to create innovations that have better consumer outcomes. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in terms of that debate. But as far as our news today, I think it's incredibly important moment right now for our industry because Varo has been working incredibly hard to help many millions of consumers that, as you said, have been dissatisfied with banks, but quite frankly, they've been overcharged, they've been underserved, and in many cases, they've simply been marginalized by the system. And, I have years of practitioner experience and saw this firsthand and felt the way to really bring true progress and innovation to the banking system was to do it from the inside. So I look forward to talking more about the journey that we've been on to really create a unique bank.
Well, let's talk about that. I'm not trying to get you to trash talk Coinbase specifically, but I do think that there's so many institutions right now, tech companies, that are looking to be the everything app and the everything experience when it comes to consumers and finance. And they're making various pitches. High yields on savings is one of those. And I'm curious what your strategy is for telling the consumer how you're going to deliver value and whether that strategy is one that you would adopt.
Well, first and foremost, I think let's start with the fact that we did the hard work and made a strategic choice to become a real bank. So being a legitimate bank that's held to a very high standard, everything we do is closely scrutinized by our regulators. And as a result, though, we have a number of significant competitive advantages. And one of your colleagues put out a story this morning, and he talked about some of the economic advantages. But I'd love to just talk about the consumer advantages. And we, as our own bank, now own our full stack. We can do some very innovative things with our data, and we're able to innovate across a wide range of financial products. So, if you put yourself in the shoes of, say, a 30-something trying to make ends meet, working a couple of jobs, and you come across a bank that eliminates all the fees and charges, that gives you the early paycheck, that gives you cash when you need it to just kind of bridge to the next paycheck, that helps you fix your credit, that helps you build savings habits, that pays you cash back, that allows you, soon we're going to allow you to pay your rent on through Zelle and be able to open up a shared account with a partner. So all of this sort of rebundled, as you were saying, into a sophisticated, intuitively designed app. To me, that is the future.
So I guess the question then, Colin, is as you think about growing that user base, who are you competing with? Is it the traditional banks or is it some of the other challenger bank services like Chime?
Yeah, so it's a great question. Thanks for asking that. I mean, we're really in a unique space because we have the full scope of things that a bank can do, but we're also a fintech and we're digitally native. We have probably the most modern tech stack in the world from a banking perspective. And so our ability to innovate and innovate quickly does put us in a really interesting, exciting place. And this capital is simply going to allow us to turbocharge our growth, to build a brand that consumers trust, that can be very culturally relevant and iconic in the moment that we're living in today.